Lumiere is back in Durham. Once every 2 years, the city of Durham becomes host to the UK's Light Arts Biennial. Lumiere 2023 will be the biggest programme yet. This year, it's led by world-renowned artists Ai Weiwei and Rafael Lozano-Hemmer. The programme features over 40 installations that will illuminate Durham. For 4 nights, this beautiful medieval city will become a nocturnal art experience, hosting works made with lights on its streets, bridges, buildings and the river, from iconic locations like the bustling market square to Durham Cathedral's UNESCO World Heritage Site. 14 years after Lumiere first debuted in Durham and more than 1 million visitors later, it is now a global event with artists from over 15 different countries exhibiting their artwork completely free for the public. So come along with us to take a look around and hear from some of the artists involved. I'm Davies and this is PalTV.
So this piece behind me is called Pulse Topology. And so it's 4,000 light bulbs that all store a unique heartbeat from past participants. And so this piece has 3 sensors in it. And so when you go and you use the sensor, it analyzes your heartbeat, and then it'll store your heartbeat in one of the bulbs until the 4,000th person comes and replaces your position. The name Pulse Topology comes from the fact that you'll see when we end up raising it, it's a really beautiful, unique topology that creates the sculptural aspect of the work. And every time we've ever showed this piece, it's a completely unique topology that gets created by Rafael. He loves to tell the story that he has twins, and when his wife was pregnant with the twins, they were at an ultrasound appointment, and he asked the doctor to bring in 2 ultrasound machines so he could hear the heartbeats of his twins at the same time. And he was really enamored with the fact that they had different heartbeats while in the same womb. And so that was his inspiration.
The idea was to come to Durham, this amazing city, and to turn it into a huge outdoor open-air art gallery. So a place where people didn't have to go to a special building or pay money for a ticket, but they could experience the work of contemporary artists that illuminated and animated the architecture of this amazing place. So we started Lumiere in 2009 with about, I think, 18 pieces maybe that we did across the city. We're now up to 40. There are 5 permanent works that exist in the city year round. We have a whole programme of commissioning local people who come to Durham, who are based here in Durham, and who we commission to do small-scale works that are interspersed throughout the programme. And the event has an international reputation as the UK's first light art biennial, an event that happens every 2 years that showcases the best of artists working in light art. We're often thinking about how it works in terms of the public's experience, so how people get through the city, how they move. It's hundreds of thousands of people coming through a city that normally has a population of about 40,000 and was built on a rocky outcrop surrounded by a river in order to keep people out, and we're inviting hundreds of thousands of people in. So there are lots of considerations in terms of crowd management, traffic management, how we sort of close down the city for those 4 nights so that it offers itself up in a way that people can really experience the best of it. People look at it and think that because it's all about light, it's energy hungry. In fact, that isn't the case. We're using a lot of LEDs, all kinds of new technology. We're using biofuels. We are using electric vehicles in terms of transporting the things that we move up here. So we put a huge amount of effort into providing alternatives to fossil fuels, and then we encourage the audience as much as possible to use public transport, to come in by train or by bus. We extend the Durham's already existing park and ride system so that the city centre itself is largely traffic free. We have a programme, a learning and participation programme, which runs through most of the year, where we work with communities who are often very easy to ignore. So that might be schools or community groups or old people's groups or all kinds of things. And either artists go into those groups and make work that then is shown here, or those people themselves create work. We're doing a lot of work with recycled materials, which our learning and participation team have been creating, so that you can actually take everyday things that you might always throw away and turn them into beautiful art objects. I think that you can see the impact Lumiere has and has had over the years. It's hard to walk through the town at the moment without hearing people talk about it. I think there's a few who think it's kind of disruptive and a bit irritating, but most people are really looking forward to this amazing extravaganza when international artists from all over the world come in and make familiar buildings very unfamiliar in the way that they transform them. And I think that what we've managed to do is encourage people to think that that moment of surprise and excitement is something that lasts in the memory for a long time. And I guess our belief is that if you can physically transform a space, you can forever change the way people feel about it.